Hello YouTube, my name is Marie and this is a celebratory video for reaching 500 subscribers. 500 subscribers may not be a lot to some people, but for me it's huge. When I started this YouTube channel, I had no skills whatsoever. I feel like I've grown a lot. In fact, a lot of the first videos I ever made are no longer in existence. I deleted them off YouTube and then I deleted them from my computer. So if you're wondering why the different background, this is my bedroom, and that is simply because the lighting was really weird over there, and I actually filmed this whole video once already, and then when I went to go edit it, there was this very strange sound in it, and I think that's because I filmed it on a different camera. Anyways, this is my bedroom. I really felt like I had to make this video because I need to say like a huge thank you to you guys. I don't know anybody in my real day-to-day life who watches K-dramas, and I didn't realize that there would become such a community for me. Like, I have people who comment and want to discuss more about the shows that I'm watching, and who just like want to engage and like have different discussions, and I think that's huge. Like, that's like, for one thing, like, you sat through, in my opinion, not the best quality video, obviously not the best quality video on YouTube, and then you also like had your own opinions based on what I said, that you took the time to then comment. Like, I just like, thank you so much. I was frankly shocked that I could even get 10 people to subscribe. Then at around 150, shortly after my like Kingdom review, and that was the first moment where I felt like I could do this, you know, like I could get better at editing, I could get better at writing scripts and speaking in front of a camera and making content in general. Not only could I do it, but I want to do it. I want to keep getting better. I want to keep producing content and keep watching shows and keep telling you my thoughts on it, and this is something I really, really enjoy. And now we're at 500, and like, how could you not celebrate 1,000 people? So as a celebration, I thought we should just talk about more K-dramas, because that's why we're all here, right? So these are a few K-dramas that I currently love that did not go into my top 40 list. Not because I didn't love them then. Actually, that is exactly why they're not in there, because I hadn't watched them yet. So these are like a follow-up. These are what I've watched since my top 40 and definitely deserve to be highlighted. And in no particular order, let's talk about Love Alarm first. It's kind of more of a conceptual show. It's about this app. If someone within 10 meters of you also has the app and has a crush on you, you guys will get like a notification. A heart will pop up saying that someone near you loves you. This was a really surprising watch for me because I did not expect to enjoy it. I thought it was going to be cheap and cheesy and not in the way that I enjoy. I was completely and utterly surprised by how much I got sucked into it, sucked in by the concept and how well the concept is realized. I think that they're implementing it in realistic and very smart ways. Like, and not only do I think it's really well realized, I also really enjoyed all of the characters, and I enjoyed them so much more than I thought I ever would, because they're flawed and they're teenagers at the start of it, and they're not perfect people. I mean, who was a perfect person when they were a teenager? You're not. Your frontal lobe isn't developed yet. You don't have those reasoning skills. Love Alarm, surprising watch, really enjoyed it, eagerly awaiting season 2. Alright, so the next one that I want to talk about is a recent completion for me, and that is Moment of 18. I thought I was gonna do a spoiler gush for Moment of 18, but to be very frank with you, I can't think of much to say about it beyond it's good, go watch. Why did that come out like a Russian? Next on this list I have Touch Your Heart written down, and that's just because I want to shout out the show because I hadn't finished it at the time of making my top 40 list, though I did mention it in the list. And yeah, finished it, loved it, definitely one that I would recommend and should be on a top favorite of mine somewhere. Her private life. Mostly I loved her private life because of the relationship. I was drawn in to the show at first because of its concept being about a curator whose kind of like alter ego, or what she does in her private life, is she's like a super fan. But I wouldn't suggest watching the show because of that premise, because near the end it really has nothing to do with the fact that she's a super fan. You could cut out that aspect of her character and the show really wouldn't change all that much, which is a problem. I think that's a flaw. But the main pairing, like the main OTP, is wonderful. They're older, they're like in their 30s, and that maturity is reflected on screen. The way they support each other is perfect, and their romance is a bit more steamy. It's a little bit more adult. Angel's Last Mission Love. I believe I have a full review. If I do, I'll link it down below. I loved this show for many different reasons, but probably the ones that stick out most after having not watched it for a while is the female lead. I love how she's not your typical perfect female lead. You know, she's quite childish, angry. You know, she's just a imperfect character, that's for sure. And if you haven't noticed, I really like me some imperfect people. So other aspects of Angel's Last Mission that I really enjoyed was the dancing. I thought it was really good, so much so that I wish there was more. And I also really liked the mythological aspects of it. Last, I'm going to talk about Search WWW. Now, this video was in no particular order, but I did save the best for last, because Search WWW might have kicked My Mister out of my #1 all-time favorite K-drama, and that's because of how well written the female characters are in this show. They're both extremely feminine and powerful. These women are in positions of authority in like male-dominated fields, being the tech industry, and I loved watching their interactions. It's not catty. I feel like a lot of times when you watch female dominated shows, sometimes their interactions can be really catty and very like high school drama. This is not the case. These are powerful women who are dealing with career issues and issues that have weight. Not only is the conflicts incredibly interesting to me, but watching these women support each other and act in ways that is not usually highlighted for women to act on screen, just it really made an impact on me, and it made the viewing experience really something special. And if you're like me and you do need that little spice of romance, don't worry, this isn't a show just seeping estrogen. There is some wonderful testosterone. The male lead is fine as all hell. Okay, everybody, that's all the shows that I've watched since making that top 40 list, which I feel deserves a spot on that list somewhere, probably somewhere within my top 20. I think those shows are wonderful. I debated putting in like my first love into this as well, but that show was good but not great. Like, I think these shows all lean towards that great category. Okay, that is everything I have to talk about. Again, thank you guys so much. It's wonderful to find people that you share something in common with, and it's insane to me that so many people have subscribed. That's just crazy. Onward to 800. Have a good day, have a good night, bye.